Hey yo, I think we're live. All right, this is Barry. How you guys doing? Let me just check everything is working. Stream should be on. I think we're on Twitch. Let me just send that link there. Just tweeted. That should be working. I think. Yeah, yeah. I think you should be able to hear me. Let me just check. No, that should work. Okay, yeah. What's up? Barry here. We're gonna play some more Showdown. Off work this week and kids are back at school. I've got a couple of hours, well, hour and a half before I need to pick them up. So I've got a little more time than yesterday. And we're gonna just play some games. Like I've got a few things I wanna do in this stream. I'll give you a little bit of an insight into how I'm sort of playing the game at the moment. Like the last sort of 24 hours, I played quite a lot. Used my inventor, what was it, inventor cheater deck, and it's kind of up and down the leaderboard. It was up to second place for a bit, and then I lost like 3 games in a row before the stream. So now I'm like down in fifth, but hoping to kind of claw that back a little bit. Just turn the volume down there. And as I sort of said yesterday, I want to try this deck, right? This bureaucrat protector deck. So I'll show you that in a sec. We'll just sort of confirm like how that is looking this month, just so you can see like how much it's played, see if things have changed over the last few days. So you can see there's been a bit of a shift actually. Like things changed a bit. Like Cheetah Gambler went out of favor a little bit, but then it's kind of come back again. Like it's kind of a mainstay in terms of the metas. I think it's always going to be there unless it gets maybe nerfed or balanced or something like that. But we can see that it's most games are played with it. The win rate is still above 50% overall. Bureaucrat Protector, the win rate is less, which makes me think it's probably a mix of it being a more difficult deck to play and maybe it's just not as good. I don't know. Like it's hard to play against, but I've never actually played it myself. Gambler Inventor is still there. See that the Cheater Inventor deck I'm using, nobody else is really using it except me. You can see my preferred deck, Cheetah Inventor, played 35 with that. So actually this month, it's literally only me playing Cheetah Inventor. The win rate is good. You guys, you don't know what you're missing by not using this. But whatever, we can carry on with that like outside of this. But I want to try this Bureaucrat Protector deck because it's been kind of historically good. And we can see it like since the last balance patch, just to kind of remind people. Kind of see how that goes. So we can see it come down here. So what are we doing? Bureaucrat Protector, right? So it actually doesn't do, there's not huge amounts of data. Like Cheetah Gambler, it's just below 50-50. So sort of take that for what it is, like 500 games. It's probably not enough to get a reliable sample, but it beats Rebel Cheetah, beats Rebel Inventor a bit. The others, Gambler Inventor, kind of 50-50, but we don't really have enough data on it yet. So it's like we take all these stats with a pinch of salt because, you know, it's when you only have 500 games, it's not a huge amount. Like we can say with, you know, some certainty that, you know, it's going to be close to 50-50. Maybe it swings Cheetah Gambler because we've got a fair amount of games, but it just depends. Like it also takes people time to get used to these decks. So people have been playing Cheetah Gambler for a long time. Right, 7,000 games since the last balance patch, and we know that's probably, for this state of the game, this is probably pretty reliable. But Bureaucrat Protected, we don't know. So I'm gonna just jump into games. I don't know how this plays, and I might end up tanking my rank, which, you know, would be fine. We can live with that. But you know, it's not the end of the world. Just give me one sec. I'm just gonna make sure that my voice is coming through on the stream. Yeah. Okay. You can definitely hear me. Fantastic. Yes. Let's look at my deck list. So there is a deck list actually that Hong Tao was using that he shared in Discord, which was pretty solid. And that's the deck he used, and you know he used it pretty successfully. I don't think he uses it at the moment, but I did a similar deck. I changed a few things up. I added House Kirks. I like to have that. that gives you half the pot if your opponent has no cards. And then when you pair that with Stained Money, which gets rid of like the winning hand discards all their action cards, like that can be sort of paired up pretty well. He doesn't run on Red Tape, I don't think, which I like to run. Red Tape, just another lock card. And then we don't have, you can see we don't really have any, well, not really any good river cards. We've got Take the Crown, which is okay, maybe going to help us. Kind of susceptible to, you know, unlock cards. Stained Money maybe. Inspection is good, but circumstantial. So really we're relying on our pre-river play, our flop play, and also on being able to steal cards and things like that. And just kind of give ourselves a good hand on the flop. So we're going to see how this goes. And like it might well go terribly, and I might just tank my leaderboard space, and that will be the end of that. But we shall see. We shall see. We'll hope for the best anyway. So we need to change that to what we did. Bureaucrat Protector. I need to name these better. Bureaucrat Protector, right? Yeah. So let's play. So this is Showdown. I did say that I'm going to play a little bit of Avforge. I'm actually not sure how to pronounce it. Avforge. It's another game on Mega ETH. I want to show you that as well. Got that kind of set up. You can see it here. But I will give you a proper kind of walkthrough of that. I am on a delay in case you are watching this and trying to play me. Like I'm on a 3-minute delay. Let me just check the chat is working. So I think the chat is working. Hello. Yeah, so you can join me on, you can jump into the Twitch, which is great, or just follow along on Twitter, whatever. It's all good. But it would be good to get more people sort of subscribed on Twitch. Like I'm still new to Twitch, still new to all of this actually, but we just kind of roll with it. And that's pretty loud. Let me turn that down. Yeah, we just kind of roll with it and sort of figure this out as we go. I've worked on I have a thing like I've got getting someone to make me like an animated avatar. It's like I can have this my avatar face. I can have it kind of move with me as like they call it like do it in VTube Studio. So it's like a animated avatar. I know that Zach does this. Zach the crypto Twitter guy. He does this. He has like an avatar thing that moves like because it's not good for me right now to do like a face reveal, and like, I thought about this a lot, like doing a face reveal and showing my actual face, and like just for like the, you know, in terms of like my life and my job and, you know, what I do for a living, like outside of this, 'cause this is, you know, I do have a real normal job, and it's just not a good look for me to be, you know, popping up on streams and stuff like that, you know, even though it's, you know, these are my days off. Like I'm not working now, so I'm not, you know, supposed to be working. But it's just not a great look at the moment. So I'm gonna sort of come up with a compromise, and that would be to have a like a movable avatar. So it'll move with my face. Like there's I found someone on Fiverr that can do it. They can create like an avatar that'll like bring my 2D avatar to life. So you get to see my real face at some point. Later we'll do that, but you know, for now we're gonna roll like this. But now I need to figure out what I'm gonna do in this game. So it's gonna take a bit of getting used to this. Like, but we like this so far because he's only got 2 action cards. We're playing Totora. We played him a lot. He's difficult to play against. So I think we use blackjack here. I hope we get a king. We don't. We get 2 jacks, but it's not terrible still. Like this might force him to fold. We've got Cyclone as kind of a backup card if we need to reset. We've got Take the Crown, which we might use. We're going to see what he does here. Like him stealing one of his cards, like that's kind of the best case scenario for using Deck Collector, like because you don't have many good negative point river cards. And really, the only way to get them is to steal them. And so because we've got Deck Collector, we've got 2 Deck Collectors, we can usually steal at least 1. Doesn't always work. That doesn't help, but we still have a pair. So I think we still go to the river because he only has 1 card. What deck is he playing? He's playing Gambler Cheetah, so we could have anything. Yeah, we don't love that. Uses over under. We got nothing going for us here. We have to just cyclone. Hit a jack. Missed 10. So it's not terrible, not great. Maybe he has a 10. Nothing we can do. That's kind of a 50-50 there. Like we try and hit something. Lucky we hit the jack actually, but you know, he could easily have a 10. He could have a straight. There's no hearts there. He could have something. He got a queen too, so he went to the river pretty light as well. We take that one down, and that's a good kind of start to this deck. So here we have an interesting spot. That's why we use Rich Get Richer. It gives us a bit of information and also sort of improves us. Although maybe we save it for the next hand, because right, we've got the advantage of going first here. So if we get something good on the flop and then we go to the river, we can just red tape it and freeze the action, which I'm tempted to do. Rich Get Richer, I don't think. We could actually just use Rich Get Richer on the flop. We'll see how the flop looks. If an ace comes or a 10 comes in, we probably go to the river and just freeze the action with red tape. And nothing came there. So now we think about what to do. Because he's got 2 action cards, he might be inclined to fold, but we can't be sure. So I'm going to think about this. If we use Rich Get Richer, then we can use Wealth Tax on the next hand. See, if he's got 5 action cards, we steal 1, which is useful. Yeah, okay. So he has no cards above 8, no cards 8 or above. So that's actually bad for us because he's got lower cards. So this flop is more likely to hit his range there. Like his range. Oh, I mean, he doesn't have a range necessarily, but like all his cards are 7 or below. So he either has something or he's on a big draw, and we've really got nothing to go with here. And actually the red tape doesn't help. Higher authority, that has backfired somewhat. We could just go to the river because I don't really want to lose red tape. Take the crown won't help us. No, I think we have to fold. So he had a pair and he had sort of lower end of a straight draw, but we were essentially dominated. So that's annoying. So we lost favoritism there. It's one of the stronger cards actually. So all right, so I just have to remember like what cards we have coming out, and yeah, I really should have tried not to lose cards there because I sort of forget that this deck, any bureaucrat deck, you really can't lose your cards. If you lose your cards, you're in trouble. So let's see what we get on this flop. He's used jackpot, which I don't like playing jackpot, but I don't like playing against it. Right, so let's use Rich Get Richer. So he has no cards above an 8. It's very likely he has a 7. If we hit 2 jacks there, then... So what I'm planning to do now, it's a little bit risky, but I think we go to the flop, we get rid of the 7 with Take the Crown. Can't use Higher Authority, we know he doesn't have anything there. And then we try and freeze it, just hope for the best. Which is maybe not a great plan, but you know, we can give ourselves at least a chance to win this. But we know he's got lower cards, so like using Take the Crown is probably, it could give us, like we've got sort of 2/3 chance of getting a pair. That doesn't help too much, but it doesn't really, it's not too terrible. You know, we do have some risks of straight draws. So we use it on this, we get a queen. He can't have a straight draw. He can't have anything. Really, like he could have a 6, could have a set of 6s, but unlikely. He gives me his 2. I'm guessing maybe he's got 2-7. He doesn't know I've got a queen. He doesn't have anything above an 8. So the best hand he could have is Jack 6. So we're still ahead. Oh, I missed something there. I could have used this. Still can actually. Doesn't change anything. I think he's probably got Jack 7. So we use higher authority here. Steal 6 of his chips. I should actually have used red tape there. But I'm just sort of saving. I prefer to try and save it for when I have the action, because then it just locks things down. So I think I'm ahead here. He did have Jack 7. So we read that correctly. And we take that down. So we're on 77 now. And we have the advantage of the turn. Reasonable hand. We've got pot control there, so we need to protect that. If we hit something good here, which we do, we just go to the river and we freeze the action. Unless something changes dramatically right now on the flop. He's only got 3 action cards, so we feel pretty strong at the moment. He's playing cheated gambler, so he could have good flop cards, but we kind of see how this goes. Yeah, so he might be folding. If he folds, that's gonna mess me up a bit, because I might lose my pot control. Let's see. I would prefer not to fold here if he does. So he's really thinking about it, which I don't like. Full house. So there's nothing he can do there. So this is good. And this is good because, like, the thing with bureaucrat decks is they play super well when you get really close to 100. What did he have? Ace Jack. So he really didn't have much going. Maybe he was going to use action cards. But once you get close to 100, you're basically set, because you can use cards like higher authority. We've got steal. I've got 1 steal card. Debating whether maybe to add 2 in there. But when you get close here, you start to fold your opponent out. You pick your spots, and you figure out where you can use cards to steal chips. Like, we haven't had steal come out. We haven't had house cut come out. We can use them. We can use stained money on this next hand. On this hand here. I think this one, we go to the river. Like, we could just start folding him out, but we don't want to lose pot control, which is going to give us another shot basically at doing whatever we need to do. But we don't want this pot to get too big. That's the other thing. So I'm going to see what he puts up. So he puts that up. So I don't know what he's got here. No idea. He can't fold. He doesn't have any lock cards. Like, we feel reasonably good about a pair of 10s. Like, he's got 2 hearts up there, which maybe he's drawing for. Maybe he's drawing for a straight. No, we don't love that, but it's fine. That makes the pot smaller, which is what we want. Always. Like bureaucrat decks, you generally want to play smaller pots, because when you give your opponent chips, it kind of hinders your progress. So if he's got an ace, what we can do is use wear down to try and give him a -2, so that'd be a queen, and then we use higher authority. But I don't know what he has or what he's going to do here. So, I mean, he's checking. I think we use wear down, then higher authority, then stained money. And then even if we lose the pot, he's discarding all his cards. Yeah. So he did not have an ace. He must have had King Jack, which means I can't actually remember what he had. A pair of kings. Yeah, he had a pair of kings. So he was ahead there, but Yeah, Higher Authority came in clutch. So that's good. Like, that's the first game with this new deck, and we can see it's pretty strong. It plays pretty similar to the other, the other bureaucrat decks that we tried out. Try another game with this. It plays pretty similar, pretty strong, and it's pretty good. Like, because you get a feel for these bureaucrat decks, right? You're sort of folding a lot and trying to just kind of pick your spots, really. And he's come back again, which I don't love, because I don't really like playing against him. He's pretty tough, and especially with this Gambler Cheetah Jet. But like, if there's going to be any deck I play against, it's going to be this, because that's one of the decks that we're trying to crack, right? We're trying to crack the other meta deck. So this is one of the current meta decks. We're trying to crack it. So we start with A6, fine. We've got Court Order and Take the Crown, which combo up pretty well. You can put a face card up there. We can give ourselves a face card. Got Backdoor Spades. I mean, it's not a great hand right now, but we just kind of roll with this. I think seeing red. Okay, fine. And I think today's Wednesday, so there's Meth League today. So if you guys want to play, the Meth League is, I think it's best of one tournament. It goes on. You can earn points on the leaderboard for upcoming Meth airdrop, I think it is. There's all that kind of details in Discord if you want to come and play that. And then we're still working towards the big Mega Invitational coming out. We're going to start. Wow, so that happened. Okay, so he's giving me aces. Fine, we can take that. But we're gonna start announcing sponsors for the January Invitational soon. And then there'll be like a bunch of like Mega ETH sponsors that will contribute, things to the prize pool. So we're gonna have a lot of stuff there, sort of NFTs, whitelists, whatever, as well as the 1 ETH top prize. So it should be a pretty solid prize pool for January, and there's still ways to qualify. I think maybe if you win the Meth League today, you can qualify, but it's shaping up to be like a really fun tournament. We'll have a lot of guest players and all sorts. You probably saw we've had like a bunch of new ambassadors who got added. Okay, so we don't like this really, because there's straight draws there, full house. We've got an ace. He knows we've got an ace. He's seeing red, so I think we start to think about how we can break up this with Take the Crown. So I think we get rid of, if he has a 6, we're struggling. I think getting rid of one of either the 4 or the 5 is going to help. Get rid of one of the diamonds, run the risk of putting a heart up, but I mean, we have to do something, and if we get rid of one of the 3s, then we're not doing much to help. So let's pick 4 or 5. Let's get rid of the 5. It's not great. So we put up a heart. That, I mean, it was 1 in 4 that we'd do that. So 3 and 4 that we wouldn't. Like, if he has hearts, if he was drawing for hearts. Well, I mean, he probably wasn't drawing for hearts. He used lockpick. Interesting. Right, so, I mean, we've got a better 2 pair. Like, we would counterfeit, like, if he's just going for a kicker, high kicker. But if he has a 3 or a 7, then we're dead. But there's nothing we can do here. Like, we could use wear down, but then we run the risk, if he's got lower cards, we run the risk of giving him a better hand, which I don't love. But they like him using lockpick against me is exactly what I was talking about before with the use of this card against these lock decks. Right, so I'm trying to lock stuff down. Like, he can unlock it, cycle it. He's thinking about it quite a lot here, which makes me think he's not too eager to show down. And he did have 10-4, so we have the better 2 pair. We counterfeit his 2 pair. Because he had 4s. So what did he have before we did the? So before he had 10-4, so he only had a pair of fours still. We got rid of the 5. Yeah, so he actually didn't have anything. All right, so I think we're first to act, so I think we're gonna see what we get on the flop, and then we maybe hit a final notice or a favoritism. Let's have a look. Yeah, see, I don't mind him doing that. I don't mind not using the final notice, like expecting that he might use something like a carjacking, because my hand is not good anyway, and it actually improves a little bit now to at least be suited. Like, I mean, it's still not a good hand, and actually it's terrible. So there's nothing we can draw for here, really. Nothing we can do to improve our hand. This is just one we have to fold, and without doing too much damage to ourselves. So if he's playing cheater gambler, wear down doesn't really figure too much. So I think we just get rid of that. We make the pot a bit smaller. Yeah. And then we just fold this. I think. Yeah, so he did have nothing, and he's probably glad to see a fold, but I mean, we're struggling there. So we see what we can do now. Right. See, overprotect. This plays well against like other protector decks. So I put overprotect in because I've seen how good it can be against certain decks. I don't love using it because it does quite often it quite often helps your opponent. But in this case, because we've got a pretty good hand, 2 9s, and we've got sort of backup cards, don't mind the idea of using this, and then final notice, maybe we just use favoritism. I think final notice, and then we hope for the best. So right now we're hoping that he's got a junk hand, which he might do, he might not. Like, it's kind of the gamble of this card. It's annoying that it's a +4, because if you're wrong, then you're really wrong. So he might. Don't love 2 7s there because he can get the 7. He's checking. So I think we use favoritism. He's only got 1 action card it locks, which is okay. But I mean, we're on final notice. If he goes to the river, it's a bad sign. Okay. Don't love this. Uses lockpick. So he's basically, it's a good thing about this deck, but like in that case he's lost Rude Exchange. I lost Take the Crown. Sucks. But that's the only card he's using. So that's a gamble. That's a 50-50 gamble pretty much. Well, I mean, not 50-50, but it's close. And there's nothing else I can do because I've used final notice. So I just have to hope he didn't hit a jack or a 7. But that, like, I go to the river there because I've got a pair already. I've got a good hand, so nothing he can do from his position can, unless he uses something like misdeal, but there's not much he can do to get me off my hand. He hit a 7. That's annoying and super lucky, but it happens. I will add this to the stream. So Kumbaya just tweeted something I'll show you the game that Kumbaya have done. Let me just tweet that actually. Also stream the new Kumbaya. Well, actually, I might not stream it. I might just, cause I don't know if I have to reveal my wallet or anything like that. But all right, fine. We'll do that in a minute. Like, but if you're watching this, go check out Kumbaya because they just heard about. They have a new game that they're doing, which is like a way to get waitlist and stuff, and it's a good way to you can pick a clan, basically pick a cult, and one of the cults you can pick is Lemonheads, which is connected to Badly Drawn Barry, and I'm encouraging people to sign up there. I will do a tweet about that. Let me just type that out. Okay, I'm going to go to the flop here. Sorry, I'm just sending a tweet about this Kumbaya thing. Actually, we can talk about that in a minute. All right, let's look at where we're at now. So we've got an open-ended straight draw. It's good. And oh my god, I timed out. That's hilarious. All right, so I distracted myself. I need to jump back straight in here. I distracted myself there trying to write a tweet because I wanted to be quick to tweet something that Kumbaya, actually I can show you here. There's a new game, right? Kumbaya. It's a new way to get sort of access to their whitelist, and you can, not whitelist, but you can get access to their community and things like that. And then you can also choose, we'll look at this later. Yeah, that was really stupid. Distracting myself to a timeout. All right, we can live with that. I think because I didn't have the sound on, so I didn't hear the countdown. That's okay. These things happen, stupid things. So that's gonna take me. So we're still gonna be 5th place. All right, so Ninja, got some history with him as well. Played him quite a lot. So right now, so this is not the best start for us. It's actually a pretty bad start for us here. That helps a bit. So we think about what to do. Locking doesn't help. We do have a straight draw. We've got misdeal though, which a lot of the time I will just go to the flop, go to the river, and then just use misdeal because it's like a 50-50 that you hit or you don't, and then maybe you improve your hand or not. So he folds, which we don't love because we might lose pot control here. We don't. What did we lose? We lost a house cut. Yeah. Okay. Steal a card. Now we've got 5 cards to hit 3. We've got lockdown favoritism. We've got a lot going for us here. We like this. Not a great hand though to start with. So I think we have to. So none of this favoritism doesn't help us. Like we can try and bully him off the hand, but prefer to maybe try and use misdeal and cyclone to actually try and hit something. Because like if we lock down now, try and bully him off, or sort of use favoritism, try and bully him off, and he does go to the river, then it's not great for us. We can lose a lot. He folded anyway. Oh, this is so annoying. Oh my god. Okay, so we lost Exposed Weakness and we lost Fantasyland there. It's not great. It's the thing with this deck, you don't want to be losing these cards. Now, sort of in an awkward spot here. Because we don't want to lose Lockdown, we don't want to lose Pot Control. Just think about what we're going to do. Try not to time out. So that helps us a lot. Now I think we just go for it. Lock. And then favoritism. Because we've got a flush draw and top pair, we might not win the hand, but the pot is not going to get too big because it's locked down. And we're going to use favoritism, so he's not going to be able to use too many cards. What deck is he playing? He's playing a Gambler Inventor deck. So we use favoritism because that helps. If we bully him off it, if he folds, we get 5 more chips. If he does go to the river, which he might, if he has something, like he's doing this for a reason. And if he's got all these cards, like those Inventor cards, maybe he's thinking about doing something. Okay. All right, so that's the worst possible outcome for us on the river there. Like we missed our flush. It put up a straight draw. Two more cards that don't hit us. 2 cards above our pair. He uses read, which isn't going to help him here because the cards are locked. And there's only I only have 2. Split. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, so if the diamond had come, we'd have won that because we would have had a flush with a pair. That would have been amazing, fantastic, but we missed. All right, so now what do we do? Overprotect maybe. So we've got ace king here. I do like that. I think we use overprotect and then try and see if we can flop good. So we've got like one of the best starting hands. In his hand, his cards are locked. Eesh. But it's not terrible because we've got Cyclone and we've got Misdeal. Misdeal would just cycle my cards. It would give me another shot. Cyclone, we can at least try and hit ace or a king. He's liking, ooh, interesting. Like he tends to fold a little bit, quite a lot. So if he doesn't have something going for him, I think he would just fold. He's quite a cautious player. But we feel good about this so far. Don't feel good about that. So we have to use... I don't want to use stained money in case we win the hand. We have to use Cyclone here. We hit an ace. Spades, don't love that. Ooh. Okay. So that's not great. That helps a bit, but not that much. We got rid of the 4. So I think we have to use this. We hit a 7 and a 3. So we've got a pair of 7s with a pair of 5s. So it's not terrible, but like if he has a 4, he's ahead. A 5, he's ahead. Spades. I don't think he's got spades if he's getting rid of the spades. He uses Fibonacci. So this is a risk. So I think he's got a 5. He can't have a 5 because there was a pair of 5s already, but he could have an 8. If we use stained money and we lose pot control, it sucks. Maybe we save it for the next hand. I think we just check and save it because we might be ahead. It's unlikely, but it's possible. I'd say it's about 20% chance of being ahead now. Slim. He doesn't have 5s. He could have 2s. He uses that now, I think. we're in an awkward spot. Pair of sevens. But if we were maybe ahead before, then we might be ahead now. We know it doesn't have a 5 because there were 2 5s, and he's trying to do this. He might have a 4. He might have a 7. So we're beaten. A lot of things beat us here. Could he just have a 6? Oh, this is tough. I don't want to use stain money, just in case, because we top pair might. I mean, he might have a 9 or something like that. Be trying to hit it. I don't know. I don't feel good about this, but I don't want to use stain money because there's a small chance we're still ahead, and we are. So what was he going for? Maybe he was going for the straight. Yeah. So I'm glad we didn't do that. So sometimes you just got to go with your gut with those kind of hands. All right, so cold deck is good. We use pocket mirror, I think. Should we use it on the 2 or the 3? I mean, he's discarded all the aces and kings, so that helps us to potentially hit a set. Let's go with, I don't know. Let's go with 2s. I kind of feel like diamonds might hit. There's not much else we can do here. Like, we're just going to go... we did hit a 2. We're just going to go to the river and hope for the best. Yeah. Thing is, when people use pocket mirror, normally they do it with higher cards. So normally they would do it with like aces, kings, queens, jacks. I mean, the fact he used cold deck before, he might think I'm trying to get tricky. So he's got to be worried about me having a set here. I mean, I've actually got a full house. Whoa, oh my god, that is incredibly lucky. So he had a pair on the flop, and then he turned and rivered the full house, and I also had a full house. So I mean, that was really something. Okay, all right, let's see what we want to do here. So I might want to use these 2 cards, maybe use this in final notice. Let's see. All right. Let's just use that. Ooh, okay. That's pretty good. So we got a flush draw, actually a royal flush draw. He's done that. Let's use final notice. He might have a pair, he might not, I don't know. Like, I mean, he might have a king, that's the thing. Here. But we have to go to the river. It's too good to waste. Right. I don't love that. Really don't love that. So I think we have to use court order on the jack. Then we either hit a queen or a king. If we hit another jack, then we're just dead. Oh, we hit a jack. So I think we're losing this hand. I think he's got a king or an ace. He did have a king. Yeah. If we'd hit the king there, we'd have won. It was like 1 in 3 to hit it, but we missed. So that's how that goes. We're not looking too good at the moment. Let's see where we are on the leaderboard, still 5th. So we really need to start chaining together some wins. All right. Maybe we use pot control here. Try and take this down. And then try and get And then if he wins, he discards all his cards. Can't use wealth tax anymore. He's got a pair. Maybe we just fold. We don't have a great hand here. Let's get rid of wealth tax. So I think we just fold here. Gives him 87, but next time we just have to go for broke. Unless he's folding. Like if he doesn't like his stroke of luck card. No. Which means he's got... So he had a 10 and a 2. He only had a 2, but he's putting pressure on me, so... Okay. Now let's see where we're at. How many am I behind? 24. So we can use Thought Police and get just one card. It's fine. So now we have to go for broke. We have to just go for this. We have to go for pot control. Maybe red tape. He's using wild ducks. Might be a bluff. We don't know. We just have to go for it. Let's go hell for leather. Right, let's think about this. Pot control here. Let's see what he does. And I'm thinking to use court order and then symbiosis if I need it. That didn't help. So I hope he folds here. If he has a 2, he's not going to fold. And there's nothing I can do. Like, I'm just dead. Yes, he did fold. Good. Okay. Alright, so now another hand. Got steel, which might help. So I might... I don't have a good hand here, so I might try and make the pot smaller so I can fold. No help there. Nothing I can really do to give myself a good hand. Now, he's used card cam, which I don't love. He's still here. So now I can fold. Which I think I have to do. Unless he makes the pot bigger. Or unless he's going to fold himself. He knows I've got a 7 though, so he's probably thinking he's probably thinking he's ahead right now. Yeah. Okay. We can live with that. We lost red tape there, which we really didn't want to lose, but okay. God damn it. We lost to Windfall. Alright. That sucks. Let's play one more game with this deck. So what are we lost another one there. We lost 2 now. But actually, I mean, one of the games we lost by timeout. Let's look at where we're at. Like, we lost the game by timeout, which was entirely my fault, but maybe we would have lost that. So yeah, we beat Totoro. We lost timeout. This one we lost, you know, that was fair. We just lost it. Not great. But we're still getting used to this deck, still trying to figure out how to play with it. And then realistically, like we got a bit unlucky in that game. Like there's a few times like when he hit the full house, we had a full house as well. That was just bad luck, you know. That's nothing we can do in those situations. I don't think I played anything too badly there. I think I played pretty well, but we just got, you know, just got outkicked a few times. Right, so let's see what we do here. I don't think I've ever played this person. Don't know who they are. Do we use Fantasyland? Yeah. So this is a new player. Let's see what they play. TF1. I mean, they might be a new player. I don't know. So let's take a look. Looks like a new player. Played a bit yesterday. What are they doing? Gambler. Okay, so we've got cold deck. All right, so just go to the river. I don't want to use 3 wise men in this spot. Just because there's always a risk. He does actually have a king. He folds. All right, that's good. Take the first hand. All right, it's annoying that we lost that last hand. I think that's going to put me back. It's probably going to set me back on the leaderboard a bit when that updates. Exposed weakness. So his higher card there was a 9. So he's got 6. So he's got low cards. I think we do this. See if we can bully him into folding. Got court order. We've got a pair of 7s as well. So we might actually be ahead. I mean, that could give him a straight, which is not ideal. So I think the biggest risk to us now is the straight. He could also have 6-8, I guess. So I think we have to get rid of the 8. I mean, we could use court order there, which would give us maybe a jack, but as we've already played final notice. Ugh. We did hit a 10 there, so I think we win this. I don't think there's anything he can have that can beat me here. I think he's got like 6-8 maybe 6-7, 5-6, yeah. All right. So really he didn't really have much going for him there. All right, okay. Deck is he playing? Inventor, Gambler. Fine. Okay, so we got take the crown and court order. That's good. Maybe we use 3 wise men here. So we can't use higher authority to get chips, but actually it plays a sound where it would steal chips if he does have a face card. Yeah, I think we just go for this and hope he doesn't have the king. Like, it's always a risk, like, especially when he's got so many action cards. Like, with, you know, he can always do tricky things to me like that. I mean, right. So, I mean, he could have anything there still. We don't know. He might just be getting rid of his cards. He might be folding. He's not folding. We have to use court order. We did hit the king. He doesn't have a king. But he's going to be worried now that I have a king. Ah, he did that. Yeah. Losing take the crown kind of hurt us there. And he's going to have 3 queens here. Yeah. All right, fine. Well, it gives him some chips though, so that's chips we can potentially steal. Let's see how we go here. Get the over under. Use thought police. That's another thing, we got thought police. This gives us another one of his cards. Eureka doesn't help at all. I hate this card. It's such a difficult card to play because you have to use 6 cards before you can even use it. There's nothing for us here. We have to fold here unless he improves our hand, or unless he folds himself, which he might. We've seen him fold before. No. Nothing going. Queen 10. Do we do the pocket mirror? think so. And then favoritism. So we give ourselves a pair of queens. Got favoritism, higher authority if we need it. Wild ducks. Don't love that. Let's see. We see what we get on the flop. Okay. Freeze. So we hit quads. Now we have to hope that he has a 2. Ah, god damn it. It's annoying. It's noise filtering. It's another one of these unlock cards. I mean, we talked about this yesterday. Cards that unlock the deck that plays against my lock cards. Let's think. Do we want to try higher authority? I mean, I think he's got a 2. It just depends what his other card is. Because right now we've only got a pair of queens. So we might be losing this hand as well. Oh, this the whole stream is going terribly. About to retire from this game. Do we use higher authority now? I don't know. Because I'm not going to use it. I'm going to save it. A6. Right. So I think that's kind of a mistake for him. Like, he's got straight draws, but I mean, he made me think his hand was much stronger than it actually was. That, confused me a bit. But, sometimes you have to just kind of do those hands. Right, so we use reshape there. I think now we use higher authority. So we know he doesn't have a jack or a queen. He doesn't have any face cards. Let's use our blackjack. So he knows now that we're in good shape, but he's got action cards, so we don't know what he's going to do. He may just fold. He does fold. All right, we're pretty close. I'd love to win this game, like actually win a game. We've got inspection, we've got ace king, got pot control. Let's see what he does. Right. I mean, that's good. We do want to use inspection. We do want the pot to be smaller. Just in case he checks, like, because sometimes I might bait them out, wait for him to use a card and then you steal, but okay. Now the risk is if he uses another card. Good, he doesn't. So if we get to the river, then we can finally use inspection. Just going to steal a couple of his cards. That's helpful. Kind of. Right. I gotta think about this now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Part of me wants to use over under. To make not only like because it makes the pot smaller and also it. Has he done that? It also, like, I could have improved my hand there. Like, if we'd have gone back to an ace, and then this could have been something I used surge on. But I've still got surge, which is going to make the pot even smaller. Does it matter which one? And then we just, we're still hoping for the best here. Like, don't know what he has. So we're not going to panic yet. I feel okay about this. With top pair, but not great. Like, you can have 2 pair here a lot of the time. Missed deal. Okay. So the pot is so small now. We don't mind this. We've got a pair, middle pair, and so now we've got 2 pair. The pot is still tiny, which we like. Don't know what he has. He could have a straight. It's possible. Could have a set maybe. He could. I mean, he's got any 2 cards. I don't think we're going to improve our hand by using game plan here. So we either win the game here or we just go to the next hand. He uses Eureka. Interesting. So that gives him 3 action cards. So now this hand should just go out anywhere. Like, we don't know how this is going to go. So we have to see. Root exchange. Fine. Still got 2 pair. He's got a 5. Check. Aye. He hit a better 2 pair. Fine. So that's, I mean, that was risky from him. Like, he had 2 pair and just gambled that he was going to hit mine. Fine. We can work with that. Did I use? All right. So don't want to use pot control yet. We've got a straight draw, got shot. He can't fold. No, we've just got 1 pair here. He uses read, fine. Hi. Right. Let's use Eureka. So this is just a stall, just stalling. God damn it, he's doing the same. What can he have? Can he have cheat? Yeah. He can have cheat. He can... No, he can't have cheat. He's not playing a cheated deck. So he can have Cyclone. He can have game plan as well. Ooh. So he's got no face cards, which is actually bad for me. There, he uses game plan. So now it's just 50-50 whether I hit or not. It's a really big pot. That is too big. I don't like this at all. We have to hit something. Oh, we hit 2 pair. See, now he can't use whatever his last card is because then I use house cut. But if he wins the game. Yeah. Finally. That was clutch. Super clutch. I didn't feel good about that at all. But we did win it. Let's see. When that clocks in, we'll see how that takes us on the leaderboard. So we're still in... looks like we're still in 5th. So we played 4 games now with this deck. And I like it. I can see why people would play it. Like it's kind of a fun deck. You're trying to lock, you're trying to get face cards, a lot of stuff you can do, tricky stuff. And it's fun. So yeah, I think I will definitely use this deck a bit more. Like we can see that's not up to date, is it? But we can see my games. That's not me, actually. This is me. Let me just show. You can see my games here. Yeah. So we beat Totoro. It's good. It's a good win. Lost by timeout. Maybe could have won that game. Who knows? Lost by Ninja. He just played well and just put a stop to anything I was doing. Then we beat TF1. So that's like 2 for 2 with this deck. I like it. I think I'd use this again, use it more. Still leaning towards Cheater Inventor, but fine. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so let me just take a quick minute. I just need to get a drink, and then I'll show you some Ave Forge. We'll play that. So just gonna run the showdown video, and then just gonna get a glass of water. Just give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. So thank you for joining me, to those of you who are out there. If you do want to play Showdown, if this looks interesting, fun to you, you can go to alpha.showdown.game, and if you use code Barry, that's you get an extra bonus of show points for when you sign up, and show points will lead to the airdrop. Sorry, I'm a bit out of breath. I just ran down and then ran back up the stairs. But yeah, like if you go to alpha.showdown.game, you can sign up for a new account. You can use my referral code, so they know that I sent you, and then you get a bonus of show points, which contributes to airdrop later on. So that's 4 games we played today. If you are wanting to play today, there's the Meth League is going to start in like half an hour, so you can join that in the Discord. But I did also want to show you something else, right? Wanted to show you this Ave Forge. Let me just get rid of this screen. Boom. So I've had to kind of resize the window here a little bit, like it's just get rid of that color block as well. Like for some reason it's still in like a beta alpha phase. It's like a closed testing of the game, and it doesn't quite fit my browser window, so I have to kind of resize it a little bit, like you see it here, just to make it fit. I don't know what the deal is with that, but we can just roll with it. But this is a game, like it's a new game. It's coming to Mega ETH. It's an on-chain game. It's like an on-chain mech battle game. So it's like a 1v1. You do kind of mechs versus mechs. Like it's going to be, I think it'll be PvP. Like there's also PvE, like versus the sort of computer AI as well. But it'll be a PvP game. It's developed by AZ, as he's super familiar to a lot of people in the Mega ETH community. He's been around for a while. He used to work for Kingdom. He's developed this game, which is super cool. Like they've done a really nice job with it actually, and I've been kind of testing this out. And then I think the easiest way to explain like what this is just to show you the gameplay. So I don't know like how often I'll stream this, like especially in the kind of early phase where it's just kind of being built. Like this is not open to the public yet, but I just wanted to sort of show you what it looks like, and then I might stream some more of this when this does go live. But I'll show you around. So you've got your mechs. There's a shop here. You can't buy stuff at the moment. This is my mech, I guess. Like you can upgrade them and stuff. There's gear, you get modules, and then this is the crux of it, right? This is the core of the game. So we'll try a battle. So it's basically it's 1v1. It's that similar sort of rock paper scissors mechanic where you pick one of 3, and then if you rock beats scissors kind of thing, where you've got attacks, you've got defense, you've got ranged. So one of them beats the other. So attack is going to beat ranged. Attack loses to block, and then range can beat block, and you just kind of do matches like this. Like at the moment it's like a best of 3, and you fight, sort of you do battles, you level up your mech, and this doesn't quite fit on the screen, so you can see that it's a little bit cut off at the bottom there. It's fine. I think they'll sort that out. I think it's just because it's new. They're just sort of testing it out. It's not optimized for browsers or anything yet. But it's fun. Like I've been playing it. It's one of those games that you sort of get into it. You start playing, and it's pretty simple. Like it's a simple mechanic, but I think there's a lot of depth to it, because there'll be a lot of things that you can do with this, like sort of upgrading stuff. The mechanic is similar to, like, I played Gigaverse a little bit on on Abstract, and like that was kind of similar, where you have like a rock paper scissors mechanic, and you just sort of picking one of 3, and then you're leveling up your characters, and there was like a lot of depth to Gigaverse. Like I didn't really stick around and play it too much, but I did play it for a bit when I was sort of thinking about farming Abstract, like way back when. But not checked in on the game to sort of see. But I know that they're still developing it pretty heavily, and it's got a pretty good size core audience. And this is something cool. Like it's coming to Mega ETH. It's gonna be on chain. Like you can see, this is their Twitter. Aave Forge. So it's on testnet at the moment. It's a closed play test, but like this is them. You can go follow them. Aave Forge, developed by AZ, who is, let me show you. Where is he? Here, this guy, found Aave Forge. And it's cool. Like it's a Mega ETH game, so it's going to be on chain. It's one of the Mega Forge apps. It's not Mega Mafia, but it's one of the stronger Mega Forge apps, and they have a working game that I think they'll be able to roll out. Did we lose that one? Okay, we did lose that one, so we have to try and win this one. But like it's going to be a working game that should be rolling out pretty soon. Like once mainnet goes live, I think they're going to be ready. Like they're getting a bunch of feedback at the moment. They're doing a lot of play tests. They're doing a lot of AMAs and kind of showcasing the game to people. And I think like when Mega ETH comes, when the mainnet comes, like there's people are going to be looking for things to do, like looking for stuff to do with the on the chain, and like for people that want to look for games, there's not a huge amount of games on Mega ETH. There's going to be things like there's Showdown, obviously, and then we've got Aave Forge, and then there's going to be Stomp, which is a sort of pocket monster kind of game on chain also. And then there's going to be kind of gamified experiences. Like there are a few other games I've seen. There's like a couple of things maybe sort of in very early stages of development. So there's like a car game, which I forget the name of, and someone was looking at doing an MMO. I don't know where they're at with that. But there's a few sort of games, but I think people will kind of congregate around these. Like especially if these are sort of on chain, it's going to give you kind of a footprint on Mega ETH potentially. I mean, playing Showdown will give you something of a footprint when you can sort of play with cash games and things like that. This should similarly, like the mechs and all that. There's going to be NFTs. Assume there's maybe going to be various sort of on chain elements. Maybe items are on chain, I would guess. Can't 100% remember. Like I did invest in this game. I invested in it. Bought some of the NFTs in a sort of pre-sale round because I like AZ. I like what he's doing with this, and I think it's good to support these kind of games. And like I think this will be fun. Like it's not you don't have to put huge amounts of thought into this. Like I don't know sort of how it's going to progress. Like there's going to be sort of different things going on. Different ways to play, different styles, like different play styles, different play modes. But like from testing it out, it's not. You don't have to think too much. It's not like a Showdown game where you have to really sort of think strategy and sort of spend hundreds of hours picking the game up. Like you can pick this game up instantly, and it's rock paper scissors. Everybody can play rock paper scissors, and we're just kind of tapping. But it's fun, and it's one of those games. It's one of those kind of idle games almost, like that you'll play on mobile or something like that, where it's just kind of a fun game or pass the time for however long you want to play. And then people that get sort of really into it will get really into it, and they will they'll be talking all about doing things like leveling up, and there'll be loot and gear and stuff, and like all the other things. Like, I think they have quite big ambitions with this game, which I think is cool. And they seem competent, like they're good. They've got a working game here. They have experience with other games, like the dev team that he's got on this. Like they've done other stuff. They had one successful game which I think generated a lot of revenue. I forget the name of it, but it was something good. Like a small-ish game, like not a AAA or anything like that. But these are kind of cool things. And I think like when Mega ETH mainnet comes, there's not going to be huge amounts of stuff to do. It's going to be some of the apps will go live, some of them will be kind of waiting to go live. But in those kind of early days, we want to get kind of familiar with some of these, get positioned, and if you can get good at these games, then there's a lot of opportunities maybe to get Mega ETH rewards. I don't know if Aave Forge will be included in that, but it might be. But you know, it's a pretty simple game to pick up, and it's fun. Like, we just won a game there, and after that, why am I so good at games? Yeah, just born lucky is me. But like, then you do things like this. It's going to be all about. It's one of those games where you just always going to be leveling up, do that kind of stuff. And we get containers, so we get these things, these shards, I guess they are, and then we use the shards to create containers. We fuse them, we get nice little animation stuff there. It's all this kind of dopamine hits of like little things and leveling up, and it's fun. We can buy this stuff. Can't buy it yet. Like, there's nothing we can do with payments at the moment. But we buy things, and then we level up our mech, right? So right now we've got, how much? We've got 234 things, whatever they are, diamonds, and then we can level up stuff. So we can tend to level up my health a bit. Health is wealth. Attack maybe. Let's level up the health. Apply that. We've got super high health now. So I've just leveled up health and attack. And we keep leveling those up. There's not a huge amount else to do in the game at the moment. Like, you can't buy stuff, but there will be marketplaces. You can buy gear. And then let's see if I've got any modules or anything like that. So I've got a module here. These things, they help improve stuff. Like, they improve your defense or your attack. I can't remember what hour means. Can I drop that in there? Are you sure? No, I don't know. So this is green. I assume I need to drop it in a green one. Actually not sure at all. Seems like I can drop it anywhere. Right, let's just drop it here, see what it does. So it gives us +4 defense. All right. Oh, I see. Kind of. I don't actually see it all. I'm slightly confused by this. I think these are our weapons, I guess. Maybe, yeah, the different weapons. So it gives us +4. So we've got up defense there. Maybe I didn't need to put that there. So we'll need to explore this a bit more to figure out what we're doing with these. But these are, so that must be our shield, blaster, vortex blade. Then we have some modifications of those. I'll show you the hard game. This is like the hardest level at the moment. This is it's pretty tough actually. I think I'm sort of 50-50 playing this. But you have to just hit everything. Like, we've got extra health, but it doesn't really help us if we're getting hit. It's one of those games where, you know, sometimes you will just steamroll your opponents. Other times you will just get steamrolled by the AI. And this will be fun. Like, when it gets to PvP, like, you're playing against real people. Like, I don't know what the stakes are going to be. If it's going to be you're playing for money, or if you're going to earn stuff. I don't think it's not going to be cash games, is it? Like, and I don't think they're going to do a token. I think they were pretty clear. I may be misremembering this, but I think they were pretty adamant about not doing a token, which I think is, you know, probably sensible. Sometimes it's difficult to do a token. It can go drastically wrong, and it can, you know, attract the wrong kind of crowd as well. Like, I know Showdown has a token, but, you know, I'm sort of thinking a lot about, you know, how we roll that out and trying to be sensible with it, because, like, it's, you know, it's something there, like, it's an incentive, but can backfire when the token launches. Most tokens go to 0. We know that. Like, it can be really tough. But yeah, like this, I think they're developing this game. They're going about it the right way. I've seen they're doing, you know, a lot of good outreach with, you know, communities within Mega ETH, but then also with other gaming communities. So I know they've done some AMAs with, you know, some of the gaming leaning communities, and done some play tests with them. I think they're doing a stream with Burner soon. Okay, we lost this game. That's annoying. It's best of 3. We get another chance. But I think they're doing AZ, you're here. Oh, that AZ. I think we're doing you know, they're doing something with Burner. They do a lot of, you know, just going around to different communities and just showing off the game and just showing that, you know, there's something fun here. There's an opportunity to play something, something new and something on Mega ETH. Like anything new and shiny and on Mega ETH, when Mega ETH is a new chain, is going to be, you know, an opportunity to do something, an opportunity to get your on-chain history going and get some interactions with the chain, you know, network with people, be a part of a community. There's heaps of opportunities to do stuff. And, you know, this game, you know, I imagine is going to be there pretty early on. And, you know, I'll play it because, you know, I'm tempted, you know, I'm drawn to, you know, stuff on Mega ETH. And, you know, when it's being built by, you know, good people, I think we've kind of weeded out a lot of the, you know, sort of less good actors in Mega ETH already. Like over the past year, we've sort of seen people come and go, and there's been, you know, a few sort of projects that tried to do launches, some flopped, some just, you know, didn't work out. And I think we've got kind of a good kind of group of people now, like not just Mega Mafia, but like some of the Mega Forge projects as well. So another one is Top Strike. Actually, I forgot about Top Strike. I'm also invested in Top Strike. It's a fantasy football game. I can't really show it on here. Like I can't show it on desktop so well. Like it's optimized for mobile at the moment. But that's another game that I'm really keen on, and I'll, you know, try and do some more content around it. It's not easy to stream the content because it's, you know, it's a fantasy football game, so there's not a whole lot that I can sort of show you. Like you're just kind of buying and selling players and stuff like that, which is, you know, cool. But it's a really good game. Like you play leagues and stuff like that. There's good community forming. It's good people. Have, you know, spoken a lot to Bish, the guy who's, you know, one of the co-founders, and they're building it. And I really like it. Like, and I'm, you know, going to be drawn to, you know, these games, these fun experiences on Mega ETH. Like, you know, I'd like to do stuff on Mega ETH anyway, and, you know, if there's sort of fun things to do, like outside of all the DeFi stuff, you know, there'll be plenty of time for trading and meme coins and NFTs and all that kind of stuff, which is fine. And, you know, we'll do that when we, you know, when the chain goes live, and there'll be other stuff to do. Like we'll have stuff, you know, with Showdown, obviously, and then all the other Mega Mafia apps. Really looking forward to Kumbaya as well. Kumbaya, like, you know, we talked about that a bit earlier. They just got this new game thing that's just gone live. But there's a whole bunch of stuff. And, you know, I will sort of gravitate towards the fun stuff where there's other people that I can, you know, sort of connect with and you know, just kind of see these projects being built from the ground up, really. And then, you know, who knows, like maybe some of these get, you know, kind of decent traction and they, you know, go on to become something really cool. Like, you know, we've seen that happen on other chains. So this, I'm trying to concentrate actually on this game, because this is kind of 50-50 right now. So we're in the third round. This is currently the hardest AI, and it is really hard. I don't know how they scale difficulty with the AI when I don't know if it's random, or maybe the AI learns from how you're doing things. Maybe it's just stronger actually. Like it might not actually. I'm not sure if it affects the actual RNG. But it looks like we're going to lose this, which is okay. We can live with that. We should get some loot or something anyway. I'm pretty close to dead. Really need to hit. Right, so we get one more hit basically. Just pick one. Oh my god. One more. All right. No. Oh my god. Again. Oh my god. Shield. Okay. We did win that. Alright, so that's a victory. 2 wins. And we get, like, you do the hardest level, we get a bunch of stuff, credits and shards, and we can use those. Impressive. Yeah, that was pretty impressive. Pretty happy with that. And then what else have we got? So I think we can level up a bit more here. Let's level up the attack a bit more. Yes. Got 20 more shards. These shards, I think they were shards. Yeah, and it's actually better to wait for the bigger chest. I think you get more chance of getting like better stuff. I tend to always just spend them as soon as I get them, but I will save these ones, and then yeah, that is Ave Forge. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, but fine. Yeah, there's all this kind of stuff coming. Currently at level 19, but it's it's a closed play test at the moment. So there's no leaderboards or anything yet, but like when there is a leaderboard, I will try and climb that. Yeah. So that's Ave Forge. Got Kumbaya as well, which I definitely recommend you go and checking out what they're doing there. Because they have this game. I think it's a good way. I think this is probably going to be. So they're saying it's not a wait list. Everyone can use Kumbaya, but I think this is, from what I understand, this is you'll get. There is an advantage of playing this and being part of the cult, and recommend joining the Lemonheads cult when you get in there. Like I will be, after I'm done here, I will be getting into this and play the game. There's a little mini game you can play where it's like a coin toss. You have to try and get the highest score. Like you can try and climb a leaderboard there. You get like 3 tosses of the coin, and then you can just basically yeah, try and get the highest score that you can. Like you bet chips on a coin toss and get as much as you want. So yeah, that's fun. Go check that out. Definitely go check out Ave Forge. Go follow them on Twitter. They got a Discord, all that kind of stuff going on. Do not have time. I would have liked to play another game of Showdown. I don't have time right now because I need to go get my kids, as is tradition. But we can take one more look at the leaderboard. So we're still in 5th. It's fine. Doing battle with all these people at the moment. Now played him earlier. He beat me. It was kind of tricky, but we live and learn. Yeah, went 2 for 2 with the new deck. We'll try and do another stream tomorrow. I'm going to miss the Meth League today because I've got to pick my kids up, but try and do another stream tomorrow and maybe show some new different decks. See what else we can do. Like if there's anything you guys want to see, if any of you want to come and play me on stream as well, then just reach out. I can have you up. We could even do it where I'm like going to be talking to you. Like we can have a chat as well. Just put the screen up there. Like we can have a chat or whatever. I'm always up for doing that. And otherwise we're just kind of working towards the Mega Invitational, which is coming up 31st of January. 1 ETH top prize for playing. Yeah, I think we can end the stream there on a relatively high note. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please share, follow, subscribe on the Twitch as well. Like if you're on Twitch, just go subscribe. I'm trying to build that up. I think I've got like three followers there, but we try and build that up. But yeah, it's good to play, good to chat. Yeah, we'll try and do this again tomorrow. We should be showcasing maybe tomorrow actually some of the actual real cash games like USDM. I'll be showcasing it with Stan, one of the founders. We'll be doing a showcase of playing for actual money on Showdown. Like it'll be small money, like maybe $10, just to kind of showcase it and see how it works. But we'll be playing for money, and yeah, just kind of showing you how cash games are going to work on Showdown. So we might do that tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? Maybe. Tomorrow's Thursday. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday, maybe Sunday. We'll see. We'll do it at some point. But yeah, otherwise, thanks for watching. Much appreciated. Love you all. Peace out.